Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update. I know we have a shortened session in the markets today. We're going to work our way through like we normally do, dollar yields, precious metals, commodities, ETFs that I follow. And I'm going to interject my financial opinions across the board, wherever they are. If you guys are interested, I do have a discount going on right now. I just put it out. The coupon code's July 4th. You get half off the first month on a monthly membership if you want to try it out at finding-value.com. I can also put that in the description below if you want to see that discount code. And it will only run for a couple of days. So that's all it is. If you want to try it out, you can try it out for a reduced price. And then you'll have to end that if you don't want to keep going before that month comes again. So let's dive in here. Let's take a look and see what's going on. We've got the DXY, which is basically flat today. So we're flat on the DXY, and yields continue to work and grind their way higher. So we're higher on the 2-year yield. We're higher on the 10-year yield. And we're about to break the 10-year to the upside here, which is a possibility. And then the 30-year yield also higher at 0.26%. So we're continuing to grind higher with yields. The yield curve, if you notice, the short end of the curve is up higher than the long end. So we are continuing to invert this curve lower, lower, lower. This was the fears of recession. This is, I don't know if it's just fears of inflation or fears of the bond market, and we're getting selling pressure in that bond market. That's why yields continue to go up. Could also be what also could be contributing to it is the amount of selling pressure of bonds that are out there, and there just isn't the buyers to soak up that amount of bond issuance. That could also be impacting this. So bond prices lower today, 0.7%, still kind of chugging along sideways here, just chugging along sideways, consolidating. We've had a very large move to the downside on a longer, bigger picture view for bond prices. You can see we broke the uptrend line and we're way down there in terms of prices. Gold. Now gold's hanging in here, guys. We could get a break. If we get a nice big move to the upside in gold, we'll break this declining falling wedge that we are basically putting in right now. So we're right on support. So support is all underneath us, and we need to punch to the upside for a potential move higher. So that's what we're looking for. Everything looks great from a longer term perspective on gold. We've got our resistance support levels all through here, and we're right on top of that intersection of support. Silver also firming up today, up 0.57%. Is this just going to rocket higher? I don't know about that. It does to me look like this is a flag pattern that could potentially go a little bit lower, which is a possibility. And then platinum, again, platinum's got some momentum behind it. I haven't been jumping in yet, but it's getting to a level that is very enticing down here where I might start to do a little bit of sprinkle. You know how I like my sprinkles, yeah, into platinum. So we do have some support underneath us. This could still go lower. We do have momentum to the downside, but at $907, it's a pretty good price for platinum there. XAU to gold ratio, it is looking favorable for gold and silver mining companies. You can see the relative outperformance here in the short term, so that's good. But we still haven't broken the big long-term downtrend line. We've got strengthening lows coming up into that resistance. If we break this, guys, and I have no reason or doubts that it won't break it, I think we are going to see some aggressive action to the upside for gold and silver mining companies. We could also see gold and silver turn around at that point as well, where we have gold and silver going higher and the gold and silver mining companies doing some crazy things to the upside. in the valuations of a lot of these, silver and like the silver mining companies specifically look very enticing from a valuation standpoint. Valuations does not mean that it has to go higher. It just means that they are off the charts, stupid cheap, and there could be a very big opportunity in a lot of these small silver junior mining companies. This is the commodity index. Commodity index today was up. And again, we're trampoline jumping sideways, consolidating in the CRB index. CRB versus S&P, we still have this strong downward momentum trend that is going and has been ongoing. It is not done yet. Patience there. GDX working its way higher. Nice 3-day move here. This is a bullish engulfing, signaling that we could be at a bottom turning point for the mining companies. And we are getting that turning point. It is moving up. It's moving up quite strong. And all I'll say is let's hope the momentum can continue. That is across the board. GDXJ is also doing that. And SILJ, which is in no man land cheap. This is really cheap down here compared to a lot of different assets, is also moving on up with the 3-day kind of reversal there. Crude oil down 0.96. We continue to move into this corner. We've got lots of support underneath us. We can see that we've tested that support a few times. We've hit it again and again and again, and we also have strong resistance coming to the point right of where we're at. Are we going to break higher? Are we going to break lower? What could potentially happen, which would scare people, is we break to the downside and then we reverse higher and get everyone all sorts of mixed up. It'd be a false breakout to the downside. Everyone gets short and then they squeeze the living crap out of the shorts. That's a potential. I'm not going to short anything. I'm not doing anything in the short term, but it could happen where we could get a little bit freaky to the downside. That would be an excellent buying opportunity for a lot of the equities, for a lot of the energy service companies and whatnot. And then I would like to see that reversal higher. Natural gas heading a little bit lower today, but it still looks fine. There's no, I mean, this is a reversal candlestick here, that red bearish engulfing, but it's holding up so far. We also have these lows that are kind of scribing out a bowl shaped pattern. We're also seeing strength in the equities, the gold or the exploration, production, energy service type equities. We've broken the downtrend line, and this still, to me, looks like we can go higher, grind our way on up. OIH is also following, like it's in a new uptrend here, so we'll see what happens there. People are positioning in these areas. That generally is a, we'll call it a prelude to the move of crude oil and natural gas. We've got Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. It looks like it wants to do its full retest. It's underway doing that from this trend line. Breakout, full retest, and it's doing it in a way which is bullish because we've got smaller down candlesticks than the way that it came back up and broke out. So that's positive. Uranium also following Sprott Physical Uranium Trust to some extent. It's a breakout, and we're doing a little bit of a retest, and I do think this will grind its way on higher. URNJ doing the same thing. TAN down a little bit today. That is a bloody nose. I do think that it could continue higher if it wants, but there is still some selling pressure in this area, selling and buying. That is basically playing tennis together. They're bouncing the ball back and forth between buyers and selling. So we've got some selling pressure here. We've got good buying pressure through here. We have the dead period. Buyers equal to sellers right where we're at. Copper's up a little bit today, still in this sideways pattern, but it was a strong day today. Lithium breaking to the upside, moving on up. I think that lithium will break to the upside and continue higher. It looks very strong for lithium. This would have been the spot to be looking for potential buy points and potential companies. Rare earth metals also breaking to the upside. We do have a little bit of selling pressure today with a reversal of that wick, but in this general location, I think it looks pretty good for rare earth metals, and we're starting to break to the upside. And hopefully we can release from this pattern and move more effortlessly to the upside. S&P 500 just moving sideways today. It still looks all right, and same with NASDAQ, sideways, but still looks okay. Again, we'll see if there's any reversal candlesticks that comes up in the future and how sustaining this move is to the upside. I'm looking for some sort of either break higher or a reversal candlestick. Emerging markets popped a little bit higher today. I still think this looks fantastic for a move higher, given the market conditions, given the thing that can slow this down is interest rates and the dollar. If interest rates continue higher and the dollar continues higher, it's going to slow emerging markets in a lot of these areas. It can slow it down. Doesn't mean it'll stop it, but it'll slow it down to some extent. XHB still looks good to go higher. I don't see a lot of selling pressure candlesticks or any reversal candlesticks up there. These small little down guys are generally continuation patterns to the upside. Mu also continuing to move higher. This is one area I think people should be looking at. The agribusiness fertilizer area is actually looking quite solid. And obviously, if you're a member on the website, you know what companies I like. You know what we've been buying these over the past few weeks or so. And this looks good to continue to the upside in this circle there. So we had strong selling pressure, reversal, bullish engulfing, and now we're working our way up. Another engulfing there, another engulfing here. It does look like we could go on higher there. Copper up 0.74%. Again, we're just making love to this resistance support level on both sides of this thing. It is playing it from both angles. And here's the support level that a resistance support level that we're looking at is this whole line right here. We're just bouncing all around it with nice, good support underneath us. I do think copper on a longer term, bigger picture view is going to do excellent things. Iron ore still holding in there. I do think it's going to work its way and grind up higher after breaking out of this falling wedge. Nickel could continue lower. It's got a little bit of weakness here. And you can see we're playing with support level that could break to the downside. Aluminum's right on support. We're just moving sideways with aluminum on support. Baltic Dry Index down slightly, but I think it will work its way higher. This is a falling wedge. We've broken it to the upside, and I think that this is a decent location to start looking at dry bulk shipping companies and all that. That's where I would be looking. Newcastle coal futures up 9.7% today. I know this is going to kind of base out. Be patient, but we could work our way on higher here. Ethereum up, and I think Ethereum looks really good for a potential break to the upside. We've got nice, good candlesticks, green candlesticks, small red candlesticks. That is generally the we'll call it the signature trait that I look for in a potential move to the upside. Big, large green candlesticks, small red candlesticks, big buying pressure, small selling pressure. And I usually see that before big moves on up. And Bitcoin's also breaking to the upside. I think we could see a move to the upside in Bitcoin. So if you're seeing bullish characteristics in Bitcoin, I would assume that Ethereum could also get a tailwind, just the crypto in general, as Bitcoin goes higher. That's what I've got for today, guys. Thumb up for the content, subscribe to the channel, and if you guys are interested in the website, you can use that coupon code, which is in the description link below. It's July 4th. It's $25 for that first month, and then after that, it goes to normal pricing. So you can try it for a month, stop it if you'd like. It's up to you. And we do have a change in this next week coming up. I can't attend Saturday, which would be the normal Saturday, 7 a.m. But what I could do is do a Sunday, 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time session. So our question and answer session will be on Sunday, 7 a.m., which is different than normal. So make sure you guys write that down, Sunday, 7 a.m. is going to be the next weekend Mountain Standard Time. All right, guys, that's what we've got for today. We'll catch you guys later next time. This is Finding Value.